ye betwetwe nkomo na betwetwe de nkomo bebre ye ba behwe se ye nua Bryan the member of parliament I say Abetifi constituency Bryan Acheampong as Senate aton hotels bi ediama no ye ba behwe se sa hotels na Senate aton ma Bryan Acheampong no edie potin ene course a Ghana kakraka ye wo no Senate anya obia se Bryan Acheampong enkoa na Senate etimi ton hotels edemano. That is something we have to discuss today. Na ebiem ye ba behwe Alhaji Dr. Bawumia say election ya ye kwei papai ne biggest enemy pa den John Mama ne biggest enemy anase Ghana economy ene ye Alhaji Dr. Bawumia biggest threat. That is something and also ye ba be discuss na afide mene wo nyina atwehwe nkomo no abom because na da bia meka no say Ghana no say yantimi ahye da anje Ghana na nsi ho ebedu ba bi no the problems na ebebre yen enti moma yen hyase Fred na bibia bokode
nyame adom me ho ye pa ja bo be se papa bi wo se ye tebre
ede nyame ase na ase ene test a whole new software nti amane man a bit technical kakada man, so I don't even know say hey ebe ye okay you say na ebe go, but anyway yam fan is an area. Sometimes we need to be changing send be ya yenya plan A and yenya plan B na ida ba be ho. One will say honorable Sambo Kujoto Ablakwa at the expose bi ba recently.
Sure.
Who say Senate aton hotels 4B at the ama Bryan Acheampong.
Yeah.
Okujoto a petition charge say the way Bryan Acheampong a member of parliament or sign a minister per the laws of Ghana no so minister woni ho kwan say okoye business at the profit beba abra won ko give permission and free speaker ho we a member of parliament so the same thing we a member of parliament obey business at the profit bar e also give permission from speaker.
Yeah.
We a minister so say we say conflict of interest bi aso nye den emma and then e bi na adodanko akufo so catch the Ghana for say amamu a ono oba be diso no say ofi say sika pen de obam dia ko private sector amam by that year near senator paja hotels a hold of 4 at the Rock City Hotel a Bryan Acheampong there na Okujoto de asemi by senator for amo no nsi ho Omaba out to defend the say omodo be a tender no nipa dodo na eba bedi ni nya na Bryan Acheampong hotel no kwa and qualify with the best percentage omo manage ho. And that is the reason why omode hotels for ni nyina ama a member of parliament or say minister under this particular government senator Paja Abanja Pade nyina akoton de ama no. Now so one Okujoto asan de aba say quite bad na fa so Ghana kakaraka no Bryan Acheampong kwa and qualify say ni hotel no onu tin be did ne ma mo fi say onu mo le qualify conflict of interest mo take say money nyina amfa nko into perspective. Fred, do you think say NPP government no omo be for me aban bia the kind of sikapene korononi na tefo ekoso no is it real? Mame fa nko achiri kakra okay 2012 Jake obeche bi lemte a wonye ne ba bi ko enso koton aban bangalo bi de ma ne ho ama Okujoto Ablakwa kuro ya ekofisi out ko information de court my koya ko duru supreme court onye boni bia a minister dan wo team no ultra free dan na wato dan no. Why is NPP in that kind of business? O me the time bia sa ne man ko na mo ye.
Well, yantie for na said the etie no yama yemianuma omo adwan ye sabi no akwaba na as it is no so wahwe MPP ni omo a trender. I think say omo a capitalist, so they believe in building the individuals. Now the more omo building individuals no more by rich people Not just say to them that is the ideology. No more no more be adumana others in so I day. Which is far from NDC Social Democrat now. Or dear say a one South crown or more yenchema ubia any day. Enya be any or mine in a day. Yesika. The PI one mine mubiani in idea. So it shouldn't be said, you remember one person, no, they are developing it. And in a bush here. Now at the end of the day, no, or no, the demon be car. Others in a day. And your beardy. Because for what we know in Ghanaians, when you even build the individuals now, they invest outside more than even in Ghana itself. Now, me komuno, this particular Acheampong has find his way through in Ghana. Japadia or mine winning systems in normal be, and he started from NDC time. That time when NDC migrated from payroll system no, and they call digitalization no, and they are not Bawumia can and why they atom. Until that time no, was the first not pay slips. Just a headmaster a district office. And right from Accra to the region to the district and sana about school. It will be created through middle of the month to cry now and Sanka who pay slip. Say if you are person who did be and I said maybe. So through this system, no, and acquire say okay. He say he pay slip into ultimately you are there or internet so even if you have the app no no, make payroll for no. So you can directly access your pay slip from our internet or at the comfort of your home. And I'll bet me a it is just like olden days in the paper form. So no, and this contract was given to him, and that was during NDC era, and he has made millions of cedis out of that. Nina so how Anna or quite the microphone sassy. Ewo the chrome ha betifi ho no ho nsem be the gama mi bi su se ni fie a wo tim de obetwitwa apase wo si fie ni bi ama no na ma me ne se o mpe na fa hin kosi hin pasem ko dai when say golden to Kumasi catering restaurant no ne ade nyina ya tonton ama no yes Bryan Acheampong ba ku pe so and so what kind MPP Ajapade book na o mo twa ya ansa na o mo ba mu na.
Okay.
It was specifically mentioned. So what I say, and you know, all these deals, more they are aware. And it is an intentional act, a idea or more planning. It may even happen, say, it's only spearhead and so on, but it can be for Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
So what I say, that if not, why I say, a president that calls himself a lawyer, and that keep saying this thing, say he has one of his legacies. I will bet him Ghana, and he say Ghana mamrabia obetu yebia wabuso.
Exactly, that's true.
Partly true because
that is the style and another way.
That's it. Wabum rather so. At the end or no yede or more interpretative law not to their own interest. Not in the interest of the country, and I say Ghanaians, there be. And so far electoral commission, no more the pania or mrana na a pity, no more do mopel oko sraja, sa oko judiciary or appointing Crawford could go as many as he can, said the bear or bet me up his way through. So this has been their style.
But it's an American Jake.
I'm not. We don't even limit it to only Acheampong hotels near there. There are number of them are government lands in more far.
Of course, I say John Wuye na Acheampong Forest in Japan.
Acheampong Forest too. Mining in our forest na you can't talk. Say
whenever they become they form the government and say young town state assets name for
that is one of the say and say pedia ideology no. Yes, they have to build themselves omo no ye eya tama no didi na bi ka wo wanya bi ayedai edi so the era of enkrofo bi nko na hwehwu papa enkrofo bi nko na omo etimi hwe suit enkrofo bi nko na ebi a certain particular hotel omotimi didi ho no they bring it back like just like indirect appetite because so when this guys a hotel ho no so untimi nko that's it. And they have made you poor because you cannot marry any nyina na ewo omo nko aho. Enti no kan kira was saying that remember ho but won't mean ko because you don't have the money to go there.
Na so go hotel a night na say $500 $1,000
exactly. But because they have the money they can go there.
But there's something very very funny I mentioned Antias here. Imagine where Ira John Kuma why is somebody like Bryan Acheampong not learning anything from that? Now what me am saying to sense a government big hotels a work now.
Even in the first place, let's ask ourselves, say, why are we selling that hotels crap for what? I snake hotels. Me, you and I, Nesika, yeah, by your Juma, yet it's here to honor, Yesika, and yes, our project, What consultation or more from the stakeholders, and some almost or more tons our hotels, or more try a day, state assets, and then our tongue.
Senator, something can you?
And then I make say your mind, your pension, yes, you Juma, Bosumesuani, take a crack to was a crack, baby, and you have invested that money into hotel hospitality a year. Fine, and look at the income there, everybody, our tongue. I didn't think our tongue. They shouldn't come and tell us any mismanagement. No. Already our individual better one manage. While we state in Ukraine, you have a lot of access near there. No. When you see hotel, no. We want to manage. Now the common individual, how do you think you want to be manage? So also when you come home, not say who say with the sika na shame and our mind sika or my timamu for now my braya humano sika. How many people if you can pension near sir or move it near to crown macasses hotel we crown ye hobi.
But of course, the only thing they need is the money, but no, yes, in this sense,
let's ask them say yes candidate. What do they need the money for? Because I think say hotels in the CC one yen yes watch it meboa if anything na adentina de ada no yanton na ye beton
and just 6 months to election
so who na I think say Rollins time na do normal bi o ha ene de ya bufo nti o de ya bi o de state asset ni bi mu firi nkrofo bi mu nsem a na bi mu nti ase ne ade but this time round ene de ye be famra papa kwan so ne aye dey na ya ji ade na fi omo nsem omo to ni du ye be ji ni du this time no enko Supreme Court ho ema omo nkotena ho nkoka say na obi chabe hwan na wo qualify say wo to sa fi ni ade o Ghana that's nonsense must stop say ye talk car say you so 4 years no na ye so fa car no wo to ma wo ho na wo ade na wo abaja pade a ye di sika to sika twitwiri die eduru time bi a wo ton ade ne ma wan kasa wo ho at a certain cost a open samra de free hen no
very funny being chiro Senate response to Honorable Samuel Okudzeto to Ablakwa's comment on sale of hotel because point 4 and 5 the trust commenced the process with the engagement of a transaction advisor through the ICT method of procurement with publications of advertisements in the Daily Graphic on 14th of November 2018 and in the Ghanaian Times on 15th of November 2018. The advertisement was also published in an international magazine, The Economist, in its January 5th to 11th, 2019 edition. As of January 16, 2019 deadline, 15 firms had expressed interest in the submission bid. Of these, 6 were shortlisted and issued requests for proposal documents. 2019. If I get 2019, as at that time, now Rock City Hotel anyway.
No way. Now, let me ask you this question. Even if Rock City Hotel exists here, now a bit here, fine. Let's put it in perspective. What does the law say? That's it. So Embrano actually say, so we a member of parliament. When you will engage yourself into a certain business, into maybe on say Kinoforata ever be finance minister no. I'm not calling resign free on only the bank a year or a certain people. Even though we knew which you use them to operate on your Sikadi. But at the end of the day, you know, Warizan will be also a resigner free. He's not interested in doing any business because at the end of the day, you know, Senka, sa or that's so Elka and Anka or contracting or more loans and a Ghana, Equagina or this Edumana. It's a conflict of interest, which is very bad. And running a day, it's ya. And you are doing same thing. And I listened to one guy, and the guy spoke such that he has made my day. Obusa Nana Kufuado say, "Enti wo ho sisi na kikiri obi aka want to form a meow mene akuwa. Enti wo beda ho din ahensi o meow mene no nkuwa na."
Debbie.
Exactly. Enti ana ene NDC for the MPP for ye no or more kasano na MP on the last na meka say o so de da sense jaso ana wa hwe wanima na wa dia dey asi na so na ade na hyew na wo ka no ana wa kire so we kura hyew enye ya
sir.
So that is exactly what MPP for ye dey eye na omo be ye no. They seem say it is right. Nobody have the right to talk.
Yes.
Meanwhile, so we should keep quiet because who could be one of Cassis here? I have some for Ubenyo be a man of a mouth. Flimsy excuse, but I can't say for a day. Actually, so indirectly they are telling you, say, keep quiet, don't talk, keep quiet and suffer. So this man, my former chief Bob, was saying, this is not the last time we are meeting. The next time we meet, tables shall turn.
Yes.
So who know? Na say esisa. Na wu ko di ha na mimi be di ha.
Sana obi hu.
Sana wo be yo.
Sa.
So samra na wotimi bu ni kom tio. Samra na wotimi bu ni kom. E de to ade no. Obi su beba be bu samra kro na kom di age afiri wunsam.
Exactly.
Enti omonko age se ne enu nti na omani abre se ekwan bia so no. Se na so ma se hu se kwahia we wasan ka bio. Akwa national lottery Samuel Oku. They will win the elections with strategy. Any there. The strategy is once. Let's pack the easy with our people. There is no strategy. Strategy be anybody. The only strategy is to rig the elections.
Mela, greetings to you, Mela. I say, oh yeah, I say, Mela, why you busy pa and TM Kwaba. So I was always royal also Mechao, Emma Rebecca, Afola, any Millicent, Maya, they say, what me are joining. And then you tested a whole new system, but I think my video quality no any that good. But maybe tomorrow we will just try to fix things. Into but wow, hey, and now video quality no any good, you know. Now, Ode actually. Indeed, that is why me and Fred they discuss about Bryan Acheampong on the Senate and send them. But anyway, let's move on.
All right,
Fred.
Yeah.
The biggest enemy of Alhaji
Dr.
The biggest enemy of Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, pay me assessment, you know, the economy and how he assumed the office of the vice president, the head of the economic management team, and in Sembi or Kaya, and let's answer no equity. No, data then we build up from there. Wow, I am not making things up. These are data I want to be cross check. By 2016, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia beje kumiano. Now John Mama dollar was 4.2. It was 3.4, but I didn't say 4.2. That was what was outside. Nti John Mahama na mo se wa born na dollar rate 4.2. Pound was 9 point something. And now me know what say dollar adru 15 cedis. Pound, we get 1 pound, ubenya Ghana 18 cedis. Euro is 15.5 and 16 cedis. By 2016, answer na John Mahama Efre Konyaso no. Na inflation is 15.6. 2022 year na came 2023, Ghana inflation ko to 54%. And now I know because inflation is around 25%. John Mahama Efre Konyaso no, na a gallon of fuel is 16 Ghana cedis. And then a liter of fuel is around 18 Ghana cedis. And yet gallon, John Mahama then a gallon, but gallon per Ghana is 4.5 liters, or I think say 5, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And the other multiplier, we have a gallon of fuel. And then monetary policy is 29%. Because the monetary policy, the rate of Bank of Ghana above banks, Bosnia. Now banks also quite Bosnia, almost all of businesses 33%. And now to Ghana now pay loan from banks are. Obi Ohemi, I know so with him say, yeah, the man 33%. I am not making anything up. Now, say the air depreciate here, and they are watching neighbor. Now, Mahmoud Bawumia say, when the fundamentals are weaker, I dare do when say exchange rate no, and not the behu. And here now exchange rate no, a galopia $1 drew 15 cedis no, and Yemen and Bakacho said the fundamentals of the economy no, a week. Mahmoud Bawumia has asked natural Ghana for that. The party of friends on me, I mean,
Papa.
The state of the economy, no, and I be the biggest enemy, and that's the greatest enemy of Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And then Obi Otebro Chira Oheme. So what shipping niema de kwa Ghana? Udu porter ya tutu niema num. Enti won to niema wo Europe because ko ton wa Ghana no. Unko duru na exchange rate na awe odada. Obedu porter so ya tutu nti obesi free Ghana aba no. Wo de katwitwi ena eba. The pacho omayenhye sa niema no so. Now according to Statistical Service of Ghana no, Ghana currency any fuel and ama inflation no essay. Enti ene se woti hona Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia begina wanim ka kira wo say ono na na abran fana ma because of economy back for digitalization oboa. Because who say recklessness and ama Ghana economy no asay. Who say mismanagement and ama Ghana economy no asay. Who say corruption ti say ne ye ka ho asem sisi e ka ho na Ghana economy no asay. Who say cluelessness or nim how to manage the economy of any nation. And then my Ghana economy no I say and I'm not correct abo mo say Johnson abo akoko is the last points I have here. Fred, these are my take about the biggest threat Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebe facing and now me no can say election ye kwe be your mama kora because Ghana for the day who say papa we en kan correct. And now on my economy there, I've been watching Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Economy, digitalization, everything is out of track. Mela is actually saying it's 36 to 40%.
Yeah, okay.
And yet,
all right.
3% Jamaica no.
All right, okay.
Thank you for correcting Mela.
I'm saying Dr. Bawumia is his own enemy. Dr. Bawumia,
yes.
He is his own enemy because near your baby. And my baby who said, say, or baby or ha, or no, well, who economy managing to incompetent. Now, no, mum, and now, or your lectures, I can see my who say, oh, see, idea. You know, be our know what the economy now to the extent say, all but be exchange rate, you know, according to them, no, a cost road of doing, you know, or the bad or the better form. Because they normally, as at that time, was comparing, say, now, Kufuono, €1, $1, 1 CD, one, those kind of their tricks, you know, fine.
Yeah, I am funny, sir.
Yeah, funny, sir. And you know, say, NDC, they are quite drew 3.9 or 4 something now. When they come out, because to previous government, you know, reduce zeros, any zero to $1 every penny, you know, almost over use magic. no they are form. So
exactly from 4.2 no.
Yes. Pretty no problem.
Worker salary so remains the same. It never goes up.
That's it. So fast forward, Bawumia Babem. And you see, before Zana NDC Baby Frabam, now there has been a projection say Ghana economy will grow somewhere 8.something%.
I think 7.something%, almost 8%. By
World
Bank and IMF.
Yeah, because of say now ye free do so mu ya shas ye to normal tia free na economy na dey a kickstart ya
economy make it different. Safi ke say me de to okomia under your mama ni na dum so ni gina mu gidigidi o.
Ejinamu, don't forget say time na so no ni e free ayi di aba middle income status o. Sometimes na single span eba ya ni etua teacher for ni ayi for ka from ayi 300 cedis to 1,500 you know. That time no and introduction of single span eba ye. Na police report me call a bank. Okohu scanner one account numa no asa ba fie se scanner nya ne dia. Agi se adi be na wotwe boso me ansa na wakwa nya gidie se ampa scanner ne dia no ayi. Wakwa akoyi. So atiase na ni nyina no na sa system we nyina dey play role e ka ho bi e the economy ne ye dey e ba form kakra going forward no kakra na nyame ya adoma chese from 2016 onwards no na no ma sha ase dey e peja ni mu fortunately or unfortunately NDC free so na mo be take you over and then you came and took that glory. Say mo na maye bibi mo ba ye na say mo nkyere he de magic kra mo ye no 2017 no to 2019 a mo pesa mo kyere say first year from 2016 year ba no nya mo na mo ye budget o 2016 budget na mo ye ya mo de call ye no na mo be fa to aso de call ye enti mo kyere magic kra mo ye ya sa period no mo timi ye ya mo si we mo timi maintain dollar rate ni dia be name after 2019 ye ko 2020 no kron no ma sha say dey ejinsamu which means the money mama legacy of 2017 18 19 no ana mo be inherit ye
enjoy.
So ye to abama aban a government to come and identify problems and solve them. Sometimes in the na bi kura ka omo problems here dey extra mo na mo so ma fa kwan bi so aye dey ye tax amojeje na mo dia. By the end of the day no you people turn and be crying like ye ti ye ba bi no you wa mo na mo so mo betimi aye ne dey aye dey ye dia hye mo nsa na wa hwa Bawumia o campaign message bi mention obie na no ba bia o se me ba mu a so Bawumia is speaking like Obia opposition. Let's be realistic here. Bawumia opposition. And now say Wabem. So that is my point because when I am vice president as we speak. As you know, baby, I can say ba over here. I didn't know
vice president as head of the economic management team.
So we don't understand until all say me say on one enemy because penny kasa worker any normal way and no na obi o get NDC for and he's making it very easy for NDC for recently no akoka say value change there economy change be akofa technology be and the whole Africa obi ebi ni ba bi afa no mo be hyaase on be introduce some mobile ba mu a ha no mo kofa video say Nigeria for kra mo hyaase da Kenya for ye bi so why are you deceiving yourself and Ghanaians? So what I say. So that now no be now social media are active now because we all say are you for and farm account or are you radio stations in you know also one farm account. The social media on the copy is about me what I say. Now it is already in the internet who said Nigeria for any other countries no ma sha share da enti when your policy abeka say be in Africa una dey ba first there be e wo ho da
lazy journalist asem na okay
so I say yes enti no enka na no bi na because enka ye omo enko anu ntino na nko makata so na nka omo de hype no Bawumia so de nuna ka ba be ye ayi ni wale hodada obi de impon one study ni ye hunu se de ade ne ye de esitie no waka ne saa de pepe fans age afi ade chi no ba osoma kasreka as to say kwan be no omo fa so ye omo de ne ade no omo nkosua omo num ho hwe no omo so keke yo eti Bawumia na ne nsem okeka ye way back 2012 13 14 and the buy any concerning the economy no and no I catch up with him and he's trying to run away from it, which we will not also allow you to run away from it. All calling you because
of course
you are this, you shall know them. And no now can't answer now a do opportunity no man. So when to me and ya a dear in a bema and ne what me I
and by that time, not dear and Mama Bawumia to me engaging in this big lectures, sir. Because sometimes being one I want to say, Obi's up a president Eddie Ghana for a Ajay except your vice president, also your mate. Now you rest obey my humana. Mate in the crowd won't mean your way. What's your begin? I was say, yes, saying Jay Stia and Famount, now for Sian and and for now, the researchers Alhaji Dr. Bawumia are dying and want to say, on one because I say the biggest enemy and then the economy, the biggest threat FAC on one casa. Mela say it was during Mills Mama era that most workers like myself were able to undertake massive investment. Yanum came and collapsed the banking sector and gave us a Kura haircut. Near President Dekano, haircut in the or say NDBC. Enti abusiafo ene your platform na use we tested it. Nyame admo china we read back to the old one. And sorry, the quality wasn't that good because we are just streaming on 720p. But if you're china, we will just go back to 1080 or 4K. Senebe, you get the best quality in our time. Enti medawa unya abotere ni adaja uni etan bi ase. Nyame adom a china ye besan aba full time. Na enemo abetwetwe nkomana bom medi ani William Munufie amankona kwache Frederick edwane me from Paris meda obibia ase se moneme etenane the patcho wa mentima mo odi bia na ya now that cheme because the systems wasn't that best to the best of my satisfaction enti momfa nche meda obibia ase bye bye.